team captain. Did that surprise you, or what's your reaction to that honor?
Yeah, I'm very honored, to be able to be voted by my teammates and peers, you know, be able to be a captain on the team, and that my teammates think that way of me. So I'm very honored by it, and it means a lot to me. So yeah.
Is it something you were expecting, or did it kind of catch you by surprise, or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really thinking about it. I've just been trying to get better every day, come to practice, trying to push the guys around me, and be ready for week one. And that's really just where my mindset has been. So when we came in for a meeting and we had voted about stuff, I was like, shoot, I sort of forgot about voting for captains and all that kind of stuff. And then once we came back a couple of days later and saw my name on the board, I was like, wow, like, what an honor. So, yeah.
Well, how would you put into words what you've done the past 6 months to get to this point where you're able to play in the season opener?
Yeah, man, I'm just so thankful, to be able to go through what I've done just in terms of the rehab, have all the help that I've had with, all the physical therapists, my surgeon, the strength and conditioning staff, and everyone here, medical staff with the Niners. They've all played a huge role, and so it wasn't just me, and so I had a lot of help, and I'm very thankful for everyone that played a part in that. But yeah, it was a somewhat of a long 6 months, but at the same time, it's like, man, I felt like that Eagles game was just yesterday. So here we are getting ready for game one, and I'm really excited about it.
The deloading week last week, did you feel a noticeable difference? How has it maybe helped you, or how do you feel it this week?
Yeah, it was good last week to be able to, just sort of let the arm, deload in terms of reps and whatnot, just so it's fresh and 100% ready to roll for the season and stuff. It's going to be a long ride for the season, so it was all part of the plan, and arm feels really good. So,
You talked about pushing players around you. What have you learned about pushing players in an environment where there's so many self-motivated guys? I mean, how do you know what buttons to push, or is that how you even approach it?
Yeah, I don't feel like you have to come into this locker room and be a rah-rah guy and tell guys and try to light a fire under guys. Here everyone knows what the job is, what the standard is. But I feel like once you get out in the field and you're practicing in the weight room, just the way you carry yourself, and you're willing to like show the guys around you, that, hey, like this guy, he wants to win. And so I feel like that is sort of like my route of, I guess, motivation for the guys, around me. But, we have such a older team and a lot of guys with experience and stuff. So to be able to come in, just do your job, do it well, and then guys will respect that around you. So that's really, where my mindset has been with that. And I've learned from guys, obviously, like Fred Warner, George Kittle, Christian, how they go about their business, and makes me better, and, it makes everyone else better in our locker room. So
Last year was such a whirlwind for you. I mean, once you got into the lineup, it was a game every week, and sometimes a short week. What's it been like for you to just kind of hone in, and I don't know how long you focused on specifically facing the Steelers, but what's that process been like for you this season?
yeah, I mean, honestly, taking what I had learned last year, just in terms of how I prep for a game, what the week looks like. Obviously, I feel like it changed a little bit as, from the beginning of the year all the way to the end. As I became the starter, I did a lot of similar things that I did as a backup that, allowed me to be ready for my opportunity. And so I've taken that and, applied it, for this year, really starting in camp all the way up until now, and I'll continue to do it. So I feel like, the coaches, everyone around me has a, just a great schedule and plan laid out, and I just got to trust, what they're trying to teach and show me and stuff. And then obviously I do what, I think is necessary for myself. So just trusting the process and, not changing, but just being myself. So
What stands out about the Steelers when you watch them on film? They obviously have good players on all three levels of their team. Well, what stands out when you watch them?
Yeah, I feel like they play really hard for 4 quarters. They're a team that I feel like, last year they got really hot as a team. They have this like fire that they play with, and obviously it starts with their front, their backers, their secondary. They're just well coached. And, when you watch the film, there's just guys that pop out, and, it's like, man, we got to play 4 quarters really hard against this team. So it's going to be a tough opponent, and we respect them. And, they're going to be a team that brings it every single play. There's no plays off, I feel like, from really anyone on their defense. So.
Did you meet Pickett at all during the whole rookie quarterback thing, whether it was Combine or any other place?
Yep, at the Combine. Yep. So he was a great guy. Everyone loved being around him. I love being around him. Obviously we haven't really hung out or anything much outside of that, but got to meet him a little bit there, and he's a great guy.
Have you had any time when you look back at where you were last year and this year, and obviously preparing for the game, but have you had a moment of, whoa, I've come a long way?
I mean, honestly, there's some I guess moments where I'm able to sort of step back and be thankful for everything and whatnot, but at the same time it's like, man, there's a lot in front of me that I'm trying to handle and prepare for, obviously with this game coming up, and then really this whole offseason's been about my arm, getting it right, getting healthy. So I'm just trying to take it one day at a time, and not trying to get caught up in too much other stuff. But for me, it's I want to win, I want to play football, and I love the game, and that's where I'm at with my life. So
I like Minkah Fitzpatrick. 6 interceptions. It seems that he does some freelancing. He's obviously somebody who gets in a lot of throwing lanes. How difficult is it to prepare for somebody that has that much responsibility and is such a space eater on the back end?
Yeah. No, yeah, he's all over the film, just flying around, obviously reading the quarterback's eyes. Like, they give him a lot of freedom, I feel like, to be himself and play. And so definitely respect him. But yeah, while watching it and stuff, it's like, man, we got to play our game. We got to play within, our scheme, not trying to get wrapped up in just one single guy, because they have players all across the board. So it's not just him. We respect him, everything that he does, yes, but I got to just play the play that coach calls and do what we're trying to get accomplished throughout the game, every single drive, every single play. So definitely respect him and what he does, but there's 10 other guys on the field too that are also really good.
You see Patrick Peterson has predicted he'll intercept you. You see this?
No, he said that.
Yeah. If I can give you the quote, make your
Yeah,
reaction.
go ahead.
Patrick Peterson, okay. There is, I'm 51. All right. There are some tell signs out there that tells us what plays we're going to get from these guys in certain situations. When I get my pick Sunday, we'll talk about it. I mean, do you, I don't mean to freak you out here. But I mean, do you say that like, oh my gosh, whatever, or is that just kind of some pregame trash talk?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know what to say about that. I mean, he's a good player. Patrick Peterson's a great player. I grew up watching him and everything. I was obviously from Arizona. He played for the Cardinals and stuff. So, yeah, it's the competitive nature, I guess, of football. So, we'll see. Yep. Thanks, guys.
He just said he was old.